Standout Pod. You already know what it is. What's up? And we back with another podcast. What episode is this?
Episode 20. I want to
20?
apologize for the bad lighting. Just, I don't have a light switch. So
This man actually don't got a light switch.
I don't have a light switch. So, at least I look, I think this will do. I think this will do. But we're gonna talk about Lamar Jackson, so we ain't gonna waste no more time because we want to get y'all watch time in. We want to get our watch time up. So let's talk about Lamar's injury. So, Damien, carry this conversation because I don't know what we're talking about.
All right, so Lamar Jackson was out versus the Bears with an injury. It was listed as an illness.
COVID?
This?
COVID?
Could it be COVID? Could it be COVID?
Are they trying to keep it under wraps so the NFL don't find out that he ain't vaccinated? I mean, they saw
what happened to Aaron Rodgers.
They know what happened to Rodgers, so they're like, ooh, it's gonna have that happen to our Lord and Savior, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Keep it under wraps. Let's say he has flu-like symptoms. Let's just say he has the flu, 100% confirmed.
They did say it was a non-COVID illness.
I have to add in it's not COVID.
Non-COVID.
Conspiracy theory is Lamar and the Ravens whole team supposed to be quote
vaccinated,
unquote
poked with the needle.
But are they
not talking no heroin?
Well, I mean that could work. Hey, but yeah, what kind of injury was it? I mean, illness. Did they?
They didn't say anything. They just said that it was.
But is that it? Is that
non-COVID? And that it was an illness, and he'll be out versus the Bears. He had a cold, pretty much.
See, I was thinking that it'll be like he tore his ACL, and it's like, oh my God, it's okay, Lamar will be back. But it's like, you know what? Let's stretch this out. I hope that this illness doesn't affect his whole career. It could.
Oh no, he'll return to practice on Friday.
Why are y'all searching this thing? Like we're literally only talking about Lamar because it's a top searched. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all really searching this? Like, all right.
They want to know, man. They want to know. We got to deliver news.
How are the Ravens doing this season?
The Ravens are actually doing really good. They are 7-3. And since the AFC is completely wide open with the downfall of the Kansas City Chiefs.
That shocked me that the Chiefs aren't even like that this year. Like Pat Mahomes ain't even like that this year. It's like that Super Bowl scarred man's like he scarred him, bro. I mean, I don't
listen. I just know that there's gonna be one person that's like Brady caused Patrick Mahomes' promising career to fall, or some person's gonna be saying.
No, not him, but Levante David and Devin White. Bro, y'all ruined this man.
Come on now.
Hey,
he has no O-line.
Hashtag cancel Levante David.
Actually,
Creed
he's
Humphrey.
doing better than Brady. No, he's actually doing better than Brady.
Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Brady isn't like.
Besides interceptions, Mahomes is doing better than Brady.
I mean, but like, no disrespect.
He's picked it up.
No disrespect to Brady, but I don't think he's like, talent-wise like that anymore. I think it's really.
Oh no, that's cap. He is like that.
No, I don't mean like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what do you mean like that? Of course, he's not MVP, but
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
He's
that's what
still
I'm talking
a top quarterback.
Well, yeah, he's still a top quarterback, but not MVP. That's
like top 5 quarterback.
I'm taking Jalen Hurts over him personally, but
you're taking Jalen Hurts over Tom.
Listen, bro. Comment below. Tom Brady not top 10. But
no,
the Ravens, man, like how you think, like where you think the Ravens gonna end up this season? Like champion, like
I think the Ravens could honestly since they're doing good and they're doing good with their backup just won them a game versus the Bears. I think
Tyler Huntley?
I think that they're going to be I think they're going to be up there like a top 3.
Yeah, but
top
are they
4
going to make it to
position.
the Super Bowl?
Oh, no.
You know what? I think this
I think they'll make it to the championship. I do think
they'll actually get past championship because man, Lamar's been getting grilled his whole career about his playoff woes. You know what I'm saying?
He's not gonna make it to. They're not gonna make it to no championship. But I do see them making it to the AFC championship.
And do you think that it's gonna be because the way that they play? Once again,
I think if they do make it, that they'll kind of fold under pressure. And because I don't really see them losing because I don't know, an injury or something. Like the Ravens aren't that injury prone. Besides,
but it's
illness.
Like, non-COVID though.
But I think that they will fold. I think Marquise Brown, once he realizes the big stage, and Lamar will all have their hiccups.
I have a question. Do you think?
And since how new this team is, like,
I have a question. Do you think that the Ravens can win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson?
Oh man.
Yes.
Listen.
Do you think they can win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson?
So I need to give some backstory.
Yes.
Lamar,
take as long as you need.
Once the Ravens saw success in Lamar Jackson, what other quarterback are they going to have? What other quarterback are they going to buy? What other quarterback are they going to draft? What other quarterback besides Lamar is a perfect fit for the Ravens?
None, because the way that they play is like, who's running the
They centered their offense around Lamar. So
and that's what's going to kill him.
They're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. They are not going to get rid of Lamar. I see Lamar being a Raven for life unless he decreases his performance. Unless he decreases bad and they just
like Cam
trade
Newton.
him. Yeah, but I think his will be longer than Cam.
Yeah.
Unless they trade him because of his decreased performance or he gets injured, I do not see him leaving Baltimore. So we need to realize, whether we like it or not, that Lamar Jackson is staying in Baltimore. He will not leave Baltimore. Not willingly.
No other quarterback can do what he does there.
No other quarterback. And no quarterback has the influence that he has.
That is true.
So this is the question. Will Lamar win a Super Bowl? And the answer that I have to you, I don't think so. I do not
go
think
into
that
further
Lamar
detail.
Jackson, I don't think that Lamar Jackson, while in Baltimore, will win a Super Bowl. And
further detail, and I want deep detail. Go deep into it.
If you were to ask me a year ago, right? Do you think Lamar's going to win a Super Bowl during his MVP season? I would have been like, no doubt. This dude is tearing up the league. He's rushing at will. He just needs a few key pieces because Baltimore can't rely on Lamar. Baltimore was literally trying to play basketball and football. Give it to one guy, move out the way.
But it gets some wins, but not Super Bowls.
Exactly. They were running schemes where they would just have Lamar fake it, run, get all he can, or try and run the slant route. But that was it. And that style didn't work for them the year after. The year after his MVP season, that same tuck it and run style didn't work. The Ravens didn't do trash as a team. They made it to the playoffs. And Lamar didn't do bad, but people were like, oh my God, he didn't have another MVP season. Let's write him off. And he didn't make a Pro Bowl, so people were calling him a one-year wonder. So after that, people start calling his plays at the line. He was telling NFL analysts, scouts, all of that the opposing defenses were figuring him out at the line. And that while he was saying his down, blue 80, Mike 12, blue check, set, Omaha, audibles, whatever. That the defenses were like, hey, this the draw. Hey, watch the dive. Slant route. Hey, pistol. Run up the middle. Zero hole, bootleg. They were all saying all that, calling his own plays at the line. The defense was playing quarterback versus Lamar. They were calling the plays at the line of scrimmage, which caused a decrease in Lamar Jackson's play. Because what would happen is he would fake it. 5 defenders are coming and tackling him, and he's losing yards. So in the playoffs, if defenses are figuring it out and doing that same thing this season, which I guess they haven't because the Ravens are off to a hot start, but if they figure him out in the playoffs, and this is a continuous trend in his career, he won't win. He will not win a Super Bowl. But if the Ravens can somehow get another piece, so that way Lamar can just and throw and show off his arm that he has, because he does have an arm, there should be no reason why Lamar doesn't win a Super Bowl if they give him a threat.
Okay.
But if he gets no threats, they won't win. But red. Why is it red? Anyway, if they give him a threat, he'll be able to space the field and be able to fake it, toss it down deep, and show off his arm talent, because his receiver, don't give him another running back. Don't give him a running back. J.K. Dobbs better be your running back. But give him a receiver. Not a tight end, a receiver. Some fast receiver that has sure hands. Give him, it doesn't even have to be fast. Give him a Larry Fitzgerald and he will be set. Give him a Larry Fitz and they are Super Bowl bound, because Mance just needs a receiver that is sure-handed. He can pass it to him when times get tough and run a lot of improvising plays, which they're already doing. They will be in the Super Bowl. They will be in the Super Bowl, because that would be hell on freaking wheels for teams to guard a guy that can not only scramble, but can bootleg, audible, all of that, and give you yards at will? Yeah, that's crazy. This man is going through it right now on the pod. He is going through it. Oh, my God. Oh, we told you about his lighting. We told you about his lighting, and this is a constant problem for him. And he's got his head down. This is a constant problem for him. His lighting ain't like that.
What about Mark Andrews? What about like guys like Mark Andrews?
What's going on, Kyle? Let us know.
Nothing.
No, for our YouTube viewers, let us know, bro. What's going on?
Nothing, bro.
No, what's going on, Kyle?
So
no. What's going on?
Stop.
What were you so mad about? What happened?
Because we need to stay on topic. We need to stay on topic, not stop. Okay. So you're saying you don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl?
Is pissed.
Yeah, bro. Yes, I'm irritated. Okay. Can we do the pod? Can we do the pod? Okay. So
who the fuck you think you talking to, boy?
You. So what legacy do you think Lamar could leave behind?
I could leave a positive one, an influential one. I think he'll leave one like Michael Vick, as literally the best analogy that I can have for a person like Lamar. He'll leave like Cam Newton was, and but on a better note, when he decides to step away from Baltimore in whatever way. He'll leave a very influential one that the fans will look back on and be like, man, 2020 Lamar, 2025 Lamar, or the 10 years or 12 years that Lamar gave us, better than any Raven that we've ever had besides Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you think that if they get another receiver, someone for Lamar to throw to, that's not Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, that he could, that they could win a Super Bowl. But the question is let's say they do get another receiver, okay? Someone that Lamar can't throw the ball to. Is that enough? Because listen, hear me out. Their offense right now set in stone. You said it. Give the ball to Lamar, get out the way. Do you think Lamar could adjust well to a more passing offense?
That's not the thing. No, I'm not saying you guys get a star like Tyreek Hill. That wouldn't work. That would not work.
That wouldn't work
with this play style. No, that would not work. That's what I'm saying. Get a young receiver, maybe someone out the draft that shows this type of potential. Maybe get a receiver that hasn't played a lot of years in the NFL. All right, so they don't know what to expect once they get into the league. So that way, when they get into this offense, they'll be used as an improvised receiver. That's why I said don't get a fast one, because they'll be using up all their speed running for nothing. Get a sure-handed receiver that can catch the ball and run improvising plays. You wouldn't have to change it to a just running or just passing offense, because the Kansas City Chiefs are dynamic with a dual.
I know.
Offense.
I'm not saying but do you think Lamar would work well in a more balanced offense? I should say. Do you think Lamar can change?
I do.
Because I mean, he's been playing his whole career since he's gotten to the level he has as a scrambling QB, a running back playing quarterback.
Because in Louisville, this man did. He led the college in passing, or I don't know about led college, but he was up there in passing yards in college. Now my lights ain't working. What, bro? What? All right, bro. My light just flickered. What the heck?
That must be bad luck.
It's a curse, bro. It's a curse. Anyway, in Louisville, he won the Heisman because he had like 3,000, 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards. Like, this man could, I think, work in a balanced offense. I mean, that's just me. I think he would be able to work in a balanced offense. Now, obviously, I don't think he would be able to stretch the floor like some other people that
like a Josh Allen or
exactly Mahomes or an Aaron Rodgers or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that if you give him the easy passes, kind of like a Tom Brady, yeah, I would say like a Tom Brady type pass, like the easy, 20-yard gains, 15-yard gains that are slow, methodical, and that he can actually piece the defense. I think 100% that he would work in an offense like that. And you could, once times get tough, let him do all these fakes and run. And then you got a running back like J.K. Dobbins who isn't doing too much, and you can just hand off and he'll just run. Like, that's what you need.
But the question is do you think that all that could get a Super Bowl? Could that get them to a Super Bowl? Could they get them more than just one Super Bowl?
I don't know about more than one, but I do think that it could get them to a Super Bowl, because they almost went to the AFC Championship running the offense that they're running right now. Add passing to that mix, they are going to the AFC Championship, and add on top of that mix, passing, running, and everybody's on their game. They are for sure going to a Super Bowl. And then the defense on the NFC team, they haven't played them a lot. They can look at all the film, but they might have never played them that season. So now they're only relying on film and game plan strategy to try and piece the Ravens. And the Ravens are also going to be game planning. So now they're going to try and game plan a team that they haven't versed at all that season. The Ravens are going to go in and be electrifying on offense, probably. I could definitely infer the Ravens being electrifying on offense if they run that style of offense. I could see it working. The defense is the only problem. Their defense has not been known as being bad. So I think that their defense has a good chance to, lock up. But it just really is dependent on the defense. Like, that's kind of like their only downfall I see, in my opinion, because their special teams is always money. Their offense could always be surefire. So now it's the defense, which hasn't been known to be bad, but who knows? They could have a down game in the Super Bowl. They could fold under pressure. There are those aspects of it. But if everything goes smoothly, I don't see why not the Ravens couldn't win a Super Bowl under Lamar Jackson. But if they don't change and just give it to Lamar and move out the way, they will not win a Super Bowl. They will not win a Super Bowl that way. Because I don't even think high school teams do that. Not even the top level high school teams are going to give it to their dual threat and be like, all right, man, here's the game plan. Will us to a win. You know what I'm saying?
Carry us.
Exactly. High school teams aren't even doing that. So why would an NFL team win the most coveted prize in maybe sports from just like, no, you're not going to win that way.
No,
you're not going to win.
So, I know I probably should ask this question a lot earlier, but I feel like it's a question that I have seen said before. And you've kind of said that he needs receivers. You know what I mean? He needs this, he needs this, he needs this. Okay. How about this? How about this for like a spin on this? Do you think that it's more Lamar in the schemes than it is really that they don't have receivers? Because Marquise Brown isn't a bad receiver. Mark Andrews isn't a bad tight end.
All right, I'll agree with you on that one. But Marquise Brown, this man got some drops.
He has some drops, but would you call him a bad receiver, though?
I wouldn't call him bad, but he's not the receiver that I just mentioned. He's not a sure-handed receiver.
No. Is he?
He's a mid-tier. He's as C as you could get from a receiver. He's a C+ type of receiver.
What about don't they have Sammy Watkins?
Well, now they have Sammy Watkins.
Okay,
but Sammy Watkins. Okay, well, they did add a good receiver in Sammy Watkins, but Sammy Watkins, I mean, but it is Sammy Watkins, and they are doing good with Sammy Watkins. So if you want to say that, then shoot, they're doing good with Sammy Watkins, and I guess what I'm saying is somewhat true because they're off to a hot start with him.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think that with Marquise Brown as their number one receiver, which he is right now, that they're going to be able to rely on him kind of like a Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, and even someone maybe not on that level. Maybe you might be like, well, they're at the top of the duo pinnacle in the NFL. Even someone like, Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
I like Cooper Kupp. I've always liked Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp ain't. I don't think he's ever been to a Pro Bowl. Matthew Stafford's been to one. You know what I'm saying? Lamar's been to a Pro Bowl and he's an MVP. So he's already, ahead of Matthew, accolades wise.
I'm not ready to say all time now.
Exactly.
But
not all time. Accolades wise, he has far surpassed Matthew Stafford. And Marquise Brown, even though all time I would never put him past Cooper Kupp, has no accolades, and I don't think Cooper Kupp has any accolades. Let me just look that up then.
I don't think Cooper Kupp has any either, but yeah.
But they could. It ain't even. Yeah, no, he has no accolades. But it's like Marquise Brown right now. Cooper Kupp is leading the NFL in yards. All right. Hold on. Let me look how many yards Marquise Brown has. Marquise Brown. This man doesn't even have 1,000 yards or 900. He has 700 yards. He has 700. And this dude is known to be Butterfingers on the Ravens. He is known to not catch the passes that he needs to catch. And Sammy Watkins, I am right. He is receiver number 2. He doesn't even have 300 yards. People are getting those yards in week 2.
Yeah.
It's like week 11. And Sammy Watkins has 700. So those are your top 2 receivers, which combined don't even add up to 1,000 yards. Those aren't really threats that Lamar Jackson has.
Yeah, I get that. I guess I was more going on to, let's say he gets that receiver you're talking about. Can Lamar I guess I did say this earlier, but can he change? You know,
I think he could.
because he's kind of
Because he's still young.
He's still young. That is true.
He's still young. You could mold him to whatever. He's like, what, 24, 25? You could mold him to whatever. Mm-hmm. And you were saying something about their scheme, or is it Lamar and his is
it the coach? You know,
is it the coach?
Offensive
I don't
coordinator.
want to put all the blame. I will say some of the blame is probably on Lamar, you know, because it's not necessarily his play, but he does have the power to audible and do things like that. And he does have the power to ask to run these certain schemes. But I would put a lot on the coaching staff and the office.
You think a new coaching staff would
I don't know about a new coach because John.
But what about an offensive coordinator or someone like that?
Probably. I don't know who their offensive coordinator is, but I do know that he ain't doing the best for the Ravens right now.
He ain't doing the best.
Is, you know, the running stuff. He ain't doing the best if in 2020 or whatever, he just had Lamar run QB draws the whole time. Like that ain't no offensive coordinator. So definitely a new offensive coordinator. I think some of the blame should be put on Marquise Brown. I'm not going to say, like, this is a very small percentage, but I would say that he has kind of fumbled literally on some plays that he should have had that would have helped the Ravens.
But you could argue this is that if he catches the passes that he's supposed to catch, the Ravens don't run such a run heavy offense. You could argue that if he catches the passes he's supposed to catch, maybe Lamar does throw the ball more, you know. But I guess that also goes into if he had receivers, Lamar passes the ball more.
Yeah, and that was the big thing that people were saying last year. You got to get him some help. You can't just have Lamar out here, especially with how young he is. That's like putting even though Trae Young hasn't won an MVP, that's like putting Trae Young and expecting him to win a game without anybody or something. Like, he's still super young and raw. Like, you're not going to be able to just put him willy-nilly into some sort of scheme and expect him to go by himself. Like, Lamar Jackson is by himself. Like, he's
doing it all on his own.
Exactly. He's just doing it by himself. Like, he's Jordan out here willing his way. And I just think that he needs some threats, man. And an O-line. Because a lot of people they traded, they got rid of some people retired, you know, all that stuff. And Villanueva needs to just get TF out the league already because he can't block no more. So get him out. You know, I think his O-line. No, now receivers, he does need threats, but also he needs an O-line. I'm not even saying, okay, no.
Is it Pat Mahomes
he needs
bad?
A good O-line.
Is it Pat Mahomes bad?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes, it is actually really bad. No, his O-line is atrocious. Because at least Mahomes could make the acrobatic passes and stuff. Lamar needs all the time he can get to make those passes and those reads and stuff because of his play style, how he thinks, all of that.
Yeah, he's not the typical NFL quarterback, you know.
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes is kind of like the pinnacle of what you want to see from a quarterback. Not saying it's the best, but I am saying that.
Oh, I think it's the best.
No,
I think that.
I mean, like, you know, because I'm saying that because of course people are gonna say A-Rod's better, Brady's better, you know. So the way he plays, the way he thinks, the way he passes, all of that, from his scrambling to his improvising, Mahomes is literally the perfect archetype for a quarterback. Not saying that Lamar isn't, you know, a great quarterback, but he's definitely not the typical archetype that an NFL fanatic is going to pick from if they want a quarterback, you know.
Exactly. If I had to pick a quarterback, Mahomes is such a perfect, like, his archetype is perfect because he can scramble when he needs to.
And he's tall.
He's tall. He's got muscle. He's got muscle, fat, whatever is on his body. You know, he's got some. He can pass with accuracy. He can space out the field. He can scramble and improvise to pass. He's not scrambling just to run, which sometimes he'll do, but he's scrambling to try and pass and get it downfield to his playmaker. Like that, that's perfect. But anyway, Lamar.
You're right about Mahomes all day.
Exactly. But Lamar,
he's not the same quarterback. Doesn't mean he's not mean he's not good, but it just means that he needs something different than what Mahomes got. You know what I'm saying? It just means he just needs something different. But
exactly.
What you doing?
Doing something. Hold up.
Dang. Well, I was about to ask the question of I don't remember. It'll come to me. But you know, I always wondered about this, like when it comes to like quarterback. I do remember what I was about to say. So I was about to say that I was about to, you know, I know basketball, the NBA and NFL are very different, but I always kind of thought of Lamar as more of a 2018 Westbrook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always thought that was a really good comparison if you're going to compare football to basketball, that Lamar is 2018 Westbrook. Always thought that was a really good comparison.
Lamar to Westbrook, and he was like, I can dunk easily. Like, how does that correlate? Listen. Got the Lamar jersey. I should have wore this in the beginning, but look at that.
Yeah, I should have worn that in the beginning.
Jersey, bro. I got it on. You already know.
Sure, but I guess we on to the. I guess we get.
But yeah, that was a good comparison because he did kind of relate. Because I mean, I guess scrambling is kind of like slashing in the NFL. You know, people say Westbrook can't shoot. People say Lamar can't pass, like that sort of thing. Yeah, that is a good comparison.
I always thought that was a perfect comparison.
Yeah, I feel like right now he's like.
Yeah, you can't compare him to Westbrook now, but you know.
Yeah, you can't compare him to Westbrook.
John Morant.
Yeah,
like, people say Ja can't shoot. People say Ja can't shoot.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I think like
Ja's a solid one.
I feel like Ja's a solid one because now Lamar's gotten his passing better.
Yeah, and the Ja's not like maybe a last year De'Aaron Fox. I think that's a solid comparison, but you know, I can compare basketball to football all day.
Exactly.
But I guess we can dial this back to legacy since we had that talk. When it's all said and done, Lamar's career is in the books. No, that's a long way from now. Shoot, I'm gonna have 10 kids by then.
Exactly.
But when it's all said and done, and this is a prediction, this literally could become this video can literally become dated next week if he gets injured. You know what I'm saying? Let's pray he doesn't, or illness, non-COVID. But when it's all said and done, where do you think Lamar will be? And I'm not even just gonna say all time because I don't think that's really. I think it's too early. But where do you think he'd be? How do you think he'll be perceived?
I think he'll be perceived as the best scrambling quarterback ever. Because if we are saying Mike Vick, all right, Michael Vick is the best, Lamar definitely has potential to be the best scrambling quarterback we've ever seen. On top of that, I feel like he could be definitely one of, all right, because obviously there's Mahomes and stuff, one of the most electrifying quarterbacks of the era. And I definitely think that when it's all said and done, I think Lamar will get a couple Pro Bowls. I feel like people often snub him from Pro Bowls. That
he got snubbed from his. Didn't he get snubbed from that Pro Bowl for his MVP season?
No, the season after.
Season after. I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
But I think he'll, when it's all said and done, I think he'll play a good amount. Probably like a good 12 years.
I don't think he got Brady longevity though.
No, I don't have that. I think he'll play like a 12-year career, something that's unusual for a quarterback, but it's not like, oh, he fell off type of years. Like I think because since he scrambles a lot, that even though it's proven that like scrambling quarterbacks, it's not gonna wear and tear on your body. I think that it will. I think that once you
because you get tackled more. Get
Exactly.
tackled more.
I think that, but their argument was like, oh, well, field generals just get sacked. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but they don't get sacked as much as Lamar gets tackled. Let's keep it
Exactly. And so I think that he'll play like a 12, 13-year career. I think he'll make like 6, 7 Pro Bowls. I think he'll probably I think he'll win a Super Bowl. Like I definitely think Lamar, when it's all said and done, will be like a top 15, top 20 quarterback. I think he will definitely be up there in the discussion. And players all time, I think he'll be in like a top 100 debate, like all that. I think he'll be known when it's all said and done as the most electrifying player of the era, but all time as a good quarterback, or as like a good quarterback. I don't think he'll be doing too much all time. Like the best comparison that I can give is maybe like I don't know if this would make sense, but maybe like Kevin Garnett or something, who's someone that was like electrifying, but when you look back on him all time, it's like, you know, he was great, he was good, you know, great, he's up there for his position or something like that. I don't know.
Drexler.
Yeah, something like that.
Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins. I think that's a better one, Dominique Wilkins, because they both know.
Dominique Wilkins. But I think that he'll win a ring. And yeah.
Shoot. Guess we should wrap this up. I thought I would wrap this up in a unique way. I want to tell y'all 5 quarterbacks I think are going to dominate this next era.
Mac Jones.
Number 1.
Mac Jones.
Talavaloga.
Oh no, you even said his name wrong. Oh, no. I don't know, bro. Ain't no way you said Talavaloga.
Is it Tagovailoa? Tagovailoa.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's Tagovailoa or something like that. Yeah.
Bro, your mama can't say your name right, okay? But bro, I feel bad for them substitute teachers. Do we have a shoot, I can say his last name. Okay, what's his first name?
Tagovailoa in our class.
No, but they'll be like, oh shoot, gotta say his first name. The heck?
That's why people call him Tua, bro. Instead literally when announcers announce his name, it's not like and Mahomes for the touchdown, they say and Tua for the touchdown, not and Tagovailoa for the touchdown or whatever.
No, they can say, listen, bro. But then you guys have to think about this from a sub perspective. They're not from Hawaii, because I think he's from Hawaii. He's Hawaiian, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not from Hawaii, bro. So they look at that name and they're like, oh, can't say his last name. What's his first name? What the heck? Is there a TUA?
No, they'll be like, no, I bet they say, is there a Tua? Sorry, how do you say your last name?
Tagovailoa. Repeat that one more time, honey.
Yeah, you're here. I'll just mark you as here.
No,
like I bet his teachers never got his name.
No way.
And then his regular teachers, I bet they started just saying Tua.
Exactly. Hey, Tua, get over here. But listen,
exactly.
You know what I also think? Is that they never got to the point where they say his name, because Tua will look up, because sub usually they'll take a pause when they see it, they can't spell. They're gonna take a long pause. They see it, they're gonna be like, okay, they're gonna be like, all right, Emily, you here? Here, all right.
And he's gonna be like, I'm here. I'm here. He just knows. After Emily, like, Emily, are you here? I'm here too. I'm here. No, I'm here. The next I'm here.
I'm the next one to lie.
Don't even try. I'm here.
I bet the sub, because you know some subs look at the seating chart and not actually yell names out. I bet that he yells names out till he gets it. That they just like they close out the seating charts like, yeah, I see you.
You know what would always make me mad is when teachers would like look at the seating chart and be like, well, according to the seating chart, you're not in your seat. Oh, it's just one desk over. The person is absent next to me. I just need more space. Well, can you get back into your seat so that way I don't, mark you absent?
But I mean, you've already marked me here, so it's like, no, bad. They do be saying that. It's like, bruh, I mean, you know I'm here. Don't mark me absent. I remember one teacher would even if you're here would mark you absent if you're in the wrong seat. And I would just be like,
that's actually how they are in high school. No,
that is
that's
how they are in high school. That is how they are in high school. It's like, bruh. But
they're like, oh, I already marked you absent. No, I haven't been marked absent yet, but I've seen it from other classmates, and it looks annoying as heck.
It is. But we're on the wrap up part. Anything to wrap up? Anything you want to say about Father Lamar?
You know, Lamar, if you ever watch this podcast, which I know you won't, but if you ever do, just know I'm repping your jersey.
No, he won't. Wait, you know he won't. Why would you assume he won't?
Lamar's an old head at heart. He don't watch YouTube.
I feel like Lamar low-key be cripping on the dead homies. But that's the end of today's video, man.
Do listen to Kodak though. But anyway, Lamar, I've been watching your game since Louisville. Please notice me, man. Please notice me, man.
And peace.
Please notice me, man.